Hello. Happy Friday. We made it, y'all. We made it. We made it. So, how's everybody doing? Hi. Alrighty. Okay, so as you all pop in, I hope you have your beverage of choice. Okay. What are we drinking today? Let me know. Tell me how your week was. Tell me if anything fun happened today. All right. If you're out here, say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Inhale, exhale. All right, y'all. I am a little bit tired. So I'm just going to grab this chair. Oops, sorry for the noise. And just sit myself down. So I had some technical difficulties like earlier. Is this too close? I think this is probably too close, isn't it? It's too close, right? Okay, anyway, what I want to take you into is this is a first tablescape that I've done for this season. And the theme of the tablescape is harvest blessings. Just like my little sign says, right behind that pumpkin. Now, as a gardener, at the end of the season, so we're already in fall. So our summer garden, for the most part, has come and gone. But in my experience as a gardener, repeatedly, season after season, I always get wonderful harvests of peppers, like so, the beautiful bell peppers, which I showed you, I think yesterday I showed you some bell peppers. And what else? Oh, more peppers. So this is like a little hodgepodge, or what do you call it? Smorgasbord. Or I finally grew some nice, what do you call it? Okra. Pretty. And this particular variety is called Alabama Red. So they're really small and they usually become very prolific towards the end of the season. And then these are just a few tomatoes that I have left. I have made so much sauce over the whole season. I'm grateful, y'all, but I'm kind of tired of tomatoes because I'm really not into tomatoes like that. But it's still a blessing. You know, we count our blessings over here. Um, and what else do we have? So I showed you my pumpkins that I grew yesterday. Now, one of the things that I have really been trying to hone in on, especially with everything that's going on in America, like shop your home first, use what you have. That's what you want to do. Try not to buy anything if you can help it. In full transparency, what did I purchase on this table? So I purchased the table runner, which was $1.50 from Dollar Tree. I already had these bags, but I think I may have gotten these from the Dollar Tree also. So I think you get like three or four for $1.25. I bought this pumpkin, which is so pretty. I think eventually she's going to end up out in the yard, but that was like $7. This pumpkin, $1.99. And then usually like these little small pumpkins like this, they're typically around, I think like six for $5 or something. I don't know. And then you have the gourds, which you can maybe get like six of these for like $3 to $5. And then, I grew some corn. I did, oh, so this is a corn that I grew. But I did purchase some other corn that was, what, 3, 4, 5. And that's what that looks like. Hey, Dr. Sasheen. Thanks so much for stopping by. So, yeah, this was like $5. But the beauty of buying this, guys, all you have to do is just clean these off, like pop them out, and then you just plant it. That's all I did with the other ones that I grew. Okay? So you save yourself some money next year, but you should plant those like early, in the summer so they can grow properly and all the things. What else? Okay, that was another pumpkin. So I guess, for the most part, the cider was like $4.99. So what am I up to? Like maybe $25 something. And then these beautiful cupcakes here. My wonderful baker friend actually made these. They're actually a lemon pound cake cupcake. And the little embellishment on the top is a table scatter from the Dollar Tree. So I got the ones that were the leaves, and then these other ones, pumpkin. Isn't that cute? So I did make sure that I washed them, just with dish soap and clean that off really good. So, oh, and then I bought these flowers, which it was like a plant, but when I took it out, I think it was maybe like $3. So when I took it out of the container, it was broken. So I said, I'm not going to let this go to waste, child. We're just going to put this in this little vase thing and be happy, right? Okay. So just pretend that I've invited you over and we're going to have a harvest party. And so what you'll do, you can come and take this little bag, right? And then you just go along and select, whatever it is that you feel like you want. Now listen, I harvested these bell peppers because we had a frost advisory last night. So I'm like, you know what? They're small. I mean, it's so late in the season, they definitely probably won't get that much larger because these are, they're on their way out. So I said, well, let me just go ahead and harvest while I can. And I can use these easily in, whatever dish salad that I have or anything that I want to do. So we have that. And the same thing with like the little tiny purple ones. It's fine. Just chop it up, honey. Okay, so then we have, look, I love this. I think it's called a yellow pecino. I think I got these seeds from the okra lady. She has some really good seeds. So I bought these, I think, last season. And these are called, what, Cow Hills or, yeah, Cow Hill peppers. They're not spicy. The yellow ones are. These are spicy. Then we have some banana peppers. So I'm supposed to be pickling some banana peppers, like, finally. Who else is out there? Hey, Margaret. Hey, Katura. Hello. Y'all come on in. So happy to have you here. All right, we got a jalapeno. Okay, so, oh yeah, so I'm building my bag, y'all. I'm building my bag. Now, this okra, so little teaching moment here. It's not ideal for okra to get this size because they get really tough and fibrous. So what I'm planning to do with actually like these three, I'll let them dry out and then I'll have seeds for next year so I don't have to buy any. Which I don't really eat okra, so but I just like the idea of like, just trying to grow different things. So these are called I think the Clemson spineless. So Oprah. Which I'm sorry. Okra typically has like um, like the little prickly hairs on the outside. So when you touch them, you know, they like they'll sting you a little bit. But this one doesn't have that. Not okra, child. Okay. All right. So let's go on this side. Now this was grown from seed. It's the beautiful mushroom basket heirloom tomato. Isn't that cute? Literally, this thing took all season. So anyway, we have two of these pretty tomatoes, which would make a lovely tomato sandwich. Yes, I'm from the South in case you haven't picked up by now, or if you don't know, now you know. And then, what was this? This was like a, it wasn't a brandy wine, a yellow brandy wine. I can't remember. I got this from the garden uh, center. They had some starts. Wasn't too much of a fan of it. Didn't really have that much flavor, but you know, it's fine. And then this one was like a called a pineapple tomato because of the coloring. And again, not really a fan. Okay, public service announcement, y'all. Now listen, I'm from the South. Okay, so I grew up eating fried green tomatoes. You cannot eat green tomatoes raw like this. You have to cook them, you have to fry them, right? Because there's actually they're poisonous if you try to eat them like this. Okay? So we want you to be safe out there. You're trying to eat something healthy, but just make sure that if you're planning to eat it in its current state like this, you definitely need to fry it on the stove or put it in the air fryer or something like that. Otherwise, you have to wait until it ripens. So you can either ripen it on a windowsill where it gets sun, or what I like to do, I use the paper bag method and I just pop it into a paper bag, wait a week or so, and then it turns red. Okay? All right. So I think that's oh, I guess I'll put an okra in there. Okay, we'll put an okra in the bag. All right, and then the yellow pecino and jalapeno. All right. And so then your friends, they can go home happy after hanging out, right? And it's simple. Okay, you've shared. Okay, this is like the sign says, harvest blessings. That's what we did. Okay, and we want to share with our blessings, right? And in case you didn't know, this is lemongrass. So it's dried lemongrass. All I did was take a zip tie and just zipped it on there and let it dry. And so it kind of mimics like the whole, you know, corn situation that people buy when they make the displays for Halloween or something like that. All right. Now, oh, now did we say what we was drinking down here? Let's have a little apple cider. Aren't these cute? So this is a little apple cider, little glass. So this is not warmed, it's actually chilled. But if you did have warmed apple cider, this glass can work as well. All right. So cheers. Okay, let me see. Cheers. Let's taste. Mm. Oh, that's kind of sweet, y'all. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm more of a Granny Smith kind of girl. But no, I mean, yeah, this isn't bad. So does anybody have any questions? Let's see what's going on here. Hi, Miss Mona. Oh yes, the okra. Okra is fun. So I have been seeing online where people are making what is that? okra water for your hair. Now, me personally, I'm not trying to wear, I'm not trying to grow my hair, I should say. Hello. Whew, yeah, so, alrighty, so, oh, a cinnamon stick. You know what? It's so funny you said that. I totally meant to bring the cinnamon stick because I had thought about it earlier and then I got sidetracked and turned around. So, oh, this stuff is sweet, y'all. I don't know. Mm. All right. So what day? Okay, it's Friday. What's the plan for the weekend? Anything? Any ideas? I'm planning to go on a little garden visit tomorrow. So we'll see. I haven't really been sleeping well. Now, I know I don't do myself any favors by staying up too late, but I don't know. Once I get up and start moving around, I don't necessarily always feel as rested. So I definitely need to work on that for sure. So, can you believe that it's already almost like the middle part of October? And I really feel like winter is barreling ahead. It's just, you know, chasing after us. But it's fine because once we get to winter and past winter, then spring, and it's like it never happened, and we'll be on to a brand new growing season. All right, yes, tart cider is very, it's better because think about it, if you have like a, you know, the sweet cider and then sweet pastry, like that's too much. Plus, I need to drink more water anyway. Working on a puzzle and tend to finish it, so I'm going to put together a tea flight and spend the evening puzzling. It's been so long since I last did a puzzle. It was, I think it was like a butterfly, garden, like a flower garden puzzle, but that had to be maybe like 2 years ago. Yikes. So it's hot again right now, so I wish fall would let summer go to bed. You sound like my polar bear friend. You know who you are. Yeah, today was actually quite chilly, so I was caught off guard by that actually. And I had my fleece jacket on, but it was fine. I love the bright sunshine and then to have what do you call it? Like the crisp, coolness in the air. Like that's nice. Because fall is actually like my total favorite time of the year. But other than that, oh, let me show you my pillow covers. So if you saw the video yesterday, I showed these pillow covers, and this is one of them. Isn't that cute? So it says Autumn Blessings. Now I do love a good yellow and orange color scheme. Hence the yellow and orange pumpkins. So I definitely love that, and that's why I like this too. And it's got the brown. It's got the brown. Yep. So and I had something else that I wanted to show you, but of course I can't locate it at the moment. Um, oh, coming up, I'm going to start I think I'm going to turn Friday nights into like the cozy season um, series. Okay, so next Friday night, let's start that. So you should come prepared to wind down, to have your drink of choice, have your favorite blanket, just chill out and relax, have peace, right? Peace, Dr. Sasheen, right? Yes. Lord knows we all need to work on that. But I was gifted this by a dear friend. When was this? Was this last year? I think it was. So it's this cute mug that says Plant Lady, and it looks like a terracotta plant planter. But then it also has honey sugar cubes with flowers and fruit. So this is like the lemon. So basically you put hot water and then you pop this in. So this is lemon, honey, and cane sugar, right? And then that's a brown sugar one. Yeah, brown sugar with rose, and then the brown sugar with red date and ginger. So this will definitely come in handy for my cozy series, right? So if you have a cute sweatshirt or nice not floral but like a autumn top or something like that. So that's the theme that you can be ready for. Yes, a little community, a good drink, absolutely. Yes. Home decor. So, home decor. I don't usually. So I'm not really into every season. Let's go out and buy a bunch of random plastic one time use stuff just for the season. Like it really makes me bananas. And because I feel like for the most part, especially like I guess if you're a content creator, you don't necessarily always want to show like the same thing over and over. But then I believe that that's how people easily fall into hyper consumerism and thinking that, when the seasons change, you always have to get like the different things every single time, which I'm not saying that that's what you do, but that's just a little, you know, FYI with me. So I try to get things that I can keep and reuse or repurpose. For instance, these are napkins, but they're cute. And I think maybe we have this really cool store called Boscov's here. And I think these were like 4 or 6 napkins for maybe just a few dollars. And you can really get a great deal when it is the end of the season and they mark them down. And they're usually like, you know, maybe between $5 and $10 at the most. So, because I was actually in Boscov's today and there were placemats that was made out of the same vinyl material, as the little Dollar Tree um, table runner. And those things, I think it was like a pumpkin shape. Those things were $29.99. I said, "Oh, baby, no, no, no. This is what we're not gonna do." So I said, "I'm just gonna go ahead, use what I have." And oh, I left out one thing. This lighted garland that I have, I mentioned yesterday in the video that I actually purchased that from Amazon, and it's battery operated, and there are 3 garland strands in there. Now, as far as like the quality of the leaves, I don't necessarily think it's that great, but look, it does the job. It makes the table look festive. Okay, it's fine. And most of the other things, as I've stated, are things that I already have, like these baskets. This is from the B. Smith collection. I've had this thing for at least a decade, but there's a liner that's a white ceramic dish that goes inside, but I can repurpose. for various different things. So it's certainly going along with my wonderful harvest blessings theme tonight with the uh, vegetables. And yeah, so just always start with what you have first. Let's see. Yes, I need to get me a shawl too, because I do love a good shawl as well. And anything plaid or paisley, like, oh my gosh, I just love that stuff. It makes me think about back in high school when I had a it was like this brown plaid jacket and it was fleece lined and it was zipped up. When I tell you, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved that jacket. And I wore it like all the time. And it kept me warm. Some more new teas. Okay, new teas. Are you part of like a tea subscription situation? Fall themed throw. Oh, World Market. Yes, I wish I. You know what? Maybe there is a World Market somewhere around here. I need to check that out. Now, I know that there's a what do you call it? Kirkland's. Kirkland's is not super far from me, but they have really cute stuff that I like. Okay, let's see. We have a lot of homemade items and use of things nature discards as decoration, leaves into wreaths, pine cones, gourds, etc. We definitely a reusable family. We like to keep things. Yes. And speaking of which, so yesterday I realized that I have so much work to do, so much transplanting and everything to do in the garden. Now, speaking of using things that nature provides, this right here is from the ornamental grass, the zebra grass, right? So you can see how, it's on its way to go to sleep for the season. But it looks very fall and festive, and you can take this and, you could literally get some wire and put your pine cones or something on here, or not pine cones, acorns, and you can just create something from your own imagination. I really think that we have to start getting back to our imagination. Like, it's great that people such as myself, like, we'll pop on the internet and we'll show you different things that we like and enjoy, and, just something from our own creative mind, or perhaps someone gave us inspiration to do something and for us to go out and create. But that's what we really need to get back to, right? That's where the fun is, that's where the magic is. So I need to do a better job in sharing with you guys. So let's see. Any more questions? I was only going to do 30 minutes, so it's looking like I'm right here at 29 minutes. Maybe I could just give you a quick pan of the table. How about that? So these are the tomatoes. Right. These looks, I just love these peppers. I love like peppers and onions. I keep saying I'm gonna make some chow chow, but haven't done that yet. Oh, but look at the pumpkin. So it has like this different color variation, and it's not perfect. It's actually like bigger in the back than it is in the front, and I like that. Right? Because nature is not perfect, but it is. All right, y'all. I think that's all for now. So remember, next Friday, we are going to do what? We're going to come and hang out, starting the cozy series. Okay, so bring your drink and your shawl and your pillow, your throw, whatever it is that you want. Okay? Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for stopping in, y'all.